Hi, everyone, and warm welcome to this live studio talk show during World Water Week. Welcome to everyone joining us here on site, and a heartfelt welcome to everyone joining us online. My name is Soledad Pinheiro Misa, and I'm delighted to be your host. And I'm very curious and looking forward to the next session called AI and Design to Democratize Water Quality and also its monitoring capabilities. It's a bit complicated in the word, but we're gonna understand it better. We're gonna learn more about the Aquality app, and especially also have the opportunity to get inspired and dived into technology, but also partnerships that it's increasing the possibilities to create more sustainability in the water sector. For that, I have a very nice panel with experts. I will actually ask you to introduce yourself quickly. If you can start, Evelina.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Thank you for having me here. My name is Evelina Pannerud. I am leading the CSR work, Corporate Social Responsibility for IBM in Northern Europe.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
My name is Toon Zegeren. I work at Deltares. Deltares is an applied research and knowledge organization in the Netherlands in the field of water and subsurface.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Flemming Gertz. I'm Chief Consultant at Segis Innovation in Denmark, working with agriculture and water environment.
Thank you so much. I think I will start with you, Evelina. And if you can, because you work for IBM, and I would love to hear more about the IBM Sustainability Accelerator, that is the accelerator that is making it possible for you to collaborate with Deltares. And then we're going to hear more about the collaboration and the application. But can you tell us more about how this, the accelerators are made it possible to collaborate with the application?
Yes, absolutely. Happy to do that. So the Sustainability Accelerator is our flagship pro bono social impact program within IBM. Where we are supporting communities, environmentally at-risk communities around the world. And we believe, of course, as being a big tech company, that technology truly can change lives, people's lives, if directed with purpose and used in a wise way. And therefore, we have designed this accelerator, where we work together with organizations over a 2-year period, supporting them with our expertise and technology and accelerating these tools, well, the innovation of these tools that can help these vulnerable communities. So the program was launched in 2021. And we now have 10 active engagements, so working with 10 different organizations, NGOs and governmental entities around the world, and supporting them, as I said, with expertise and technology. And we have 10 active engagements, as I said, and 5 of them are from the first cohort, which was or is sustainable agriculture. So Deltares is part of that cohort. And then we have 1 cohort focusing on clean energy. So that's 5 different organizations. And we will also launch a 3rd cohort in the end of this year, focusing on water management and sanitation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And also to make it more concrete, like one of the cooperations that you have in it, it's around this Aquality app. Maybe just to start, could you introduce, for the ones that are not familiar with the Aquality app, what is the Aquality app and how does it help?
Okay. Let me first say something about Deltares. What we want to do as Deltares is we develop knowledge to get insight in how water systems function, how they operate. And that's important if you want to manage systems, if you want to understand what's going on, what's the impact, for example, of human activity or climate change. And for that we need data. Monitoring systems are available, but then usually not very detailed if you go into the system. So what this app does, and it's quite simple. You have a strip, you put it in the water. I could do that, but the nitrate level in drinking water is low. And then you get a color on the app depending on how much nitrate is in the water. And then you can use your smartphone to scan it, and then you have information about the location, because that's what your smartphone has. Information about the number of the concentration of nitrate, and that can help farmers, water management organizations in taking measures and knowing what to do, apply fertilizer or other measures they can take. And it gives us insight in what is happening in a water system, in a river system or more smaller system.
Thank you. Yeah, and I know that. Okay, and also because like in your corporation, you've been collaborating with a lot of end consumer perspective. Evelina, can you share more about how you've been working with that and what are the results from it?
Yes, absolutely. So we use what we call the IBM Design Thinking Framework, and it's really a set of behaviors that are focusing on understanding the needs of the user and also envision a better future. So we call it the loop. So it's about observing, reflecting, and create, and then doing it all over again till you have something that is better and really sort of answers the pain point of the users. So in the case with Deltares, we have worked closely with the users. We have been out in the fields, interviewing them, looking how they use the app, really understanding how can this add value to these people, and then sort of creating things, going back and understanding how it actually affects them.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have used the network of Deltares and also the network of SEGES and also our extended network to reach these farmers and researchers and agricultural advisors.
Thank you. And also to correct myself, I'll say consumers, but it's users because the application is for free. Or it's a free application to use?
Yes, all the knowledge Deltares develops is for free.
Yeah.
We get our money from governments or from, for example, European funding. And that's our policy, that we make the knowledge freely available. And that's one thing. And the other thing, and that's interesting about this collaboration, is we know a lot about water. We know a bit about software development, app development, but it's great to team up with organizations like IBM.
Yeah, and
also with user organizations to move along.
And before we go to questions to you, we just want like, how has this design thinking framework that IBM use, what has it led to? How does it help develop the application?
What it helped us in working with farmers and users in what they need in terms of information, in terms of how can you use an app, how can you develop the app, because that's really knowledge and science that is with IBM, and also more on the data technology side and the artificial intelligence side.
Okay.
So it brings together fields of expertise.
Okay, thank you. And talking about end users, farming, you've been working closer with farmers that have been using the application in Denmark. Can you tell us some more about that, and also to make it even more concrete? And how has it helped, and how do you envision also the possibilities of scaling up the application in the future?
Yeah, so working with the app, we have done that for a couple of years, but I think it's important to understand the Danish situation or the Danish context. So we are actually coming from a very top-down regulation on nitrate. Nitrate is very important. We have a lot of farmland and a lot of vulnerable coastal areas. So nitrate has been a big issue for decades, and with the legislation we have reduced nitrate, but now the last 10 years nothing has happened. We haven't reduced nitrate. So we need new methods, and we need to go down and scale. We need to make local measures, and that's where the app becomes really convenient, because we need to involve farmers. We need to engage farmers to understand their field and this response in nitrate losses. So actually using the app, we get cheap measurements. It's very cheap to use. You just have to buy the strip, and then we get results in the field. When we are in the field together with the farmers, we actually get results, and we can discuss with the farmer why there is more nitrate in that stream and that drain pipe, and combine it with his management practice. Okay. So it really involves the farmer very much, and that's what we need now in Denmark to further reduce nitrate, actually.
Okay. Thank you so much. And to using like the example from Denmark and how it's been used, but if we look at a more global perspective, and also from your ambition with the app, what do you see? Where will the app really? What do you predict? Also, where is the app really going to be driving a positive transformation, and in which areas in the world will it really help out? Evelina, yes.
Yeah. No, I think it could be used anywhere. I mean, and I think the great thing with these tools, as Flemming was saying, it's cheap and it's easy to use. So it could also be used by smallhold farmers. It could help them to have more sustainable practice. You lower the cost of fertilizer, increase the water quality, increase biodiversity, and at the same time boost production and income. So I think it's really a way of democratizing a quite sort of seems easy but still quite a complex and techie heavy tool that they can use, and that could be done anywhere.
Yeah, and that's what's also kind of about what you're saying about democratizing and how artificial intelligence and also this application helps democratize the way we monitor water. How would you explain that? In which way does this application actually democratize the process?
What we see happening in all over the world is that data is becoming more and more available. It's online, smartphones are everywhere. So that is in itself a way to democratize water management, because people, farmers, users, they can measure what's going on. They can use an app, for example, for nitrogen, but also for salinity, which is a huge issue all over the world in all deltic areas. Salinity is an issue. So having the data available by itself is one thing, and the other thing is that it's shared. It becomes online. So I think much more people and organizations have access to the data, and it's not something that is specifically for scientists or for water management organizations.
And Flemming, also to show the complexity of the issue, is it only positive that it's more open, or are there like things that we should be aware of that could be used in a wrong way, or how do we risk manage the open source of like this?
Well, first of all, I agree that it's a cheap method, it's available, and all these things. So that's very important, and it kind of support a bottom-up processes. Earlier today, I heard some nice presentation of bottom-up processes in Colombia, and these kind of tools actually support these bottom-up processes. I think that's important. Another thing is that we had to incorporate that in the governance, in how we make water governance, because we have a tradition of that we have some monitoring program maybe, and then suddenly a lot of new data is arriving. So we have to make changes and that is not in place right now. How we work with all these new data, are they valid enough for? And so on. So there's a lot of questions there still to be solved.
Okay. And also coming back to actually where we started with the IBM Sustainability Accelerator and the cooperation between Deltares and IBM. From your perspective, how do you see that this partnership will really help scale up and leverage the technology and the knowledge behind this application?
In a number of ways. If you look at what is, and I tried to explain that before, what is our expertise is water. And we do develop software, we do develop apps, but not on a level like IBM does. So I think by collaborating, by working together, we can develop apps in a very much more professional way, in a professional manner, and make them available to a larger group, which is something that Deltares on its own would not be able to do, and it's not our business. Our business is water. So that's why we collaborate with organizations like IBM.
Yeah. And also, I mean, many of us know, but also to clarify, what is IBM's business and why do you see it such a great opportunity to collaborate with Deltares?
So, I mean, as I said, we want to make long-term sustainable social impact with our Sustainability Accelerator. And we have a lot of skills and we have a lot of really good technology. But I mean, we've heard here today that water is so important. We don't know water. Deltares, they know water. So, I mean, the combination of these two, and that's the same with all the accelerators. We are partnering with organizations, experts in their topic, and then we leverage our skills within technology.
Yeah,
So.
but also to inspire, I think, other companies, because IBM is one of the partners behind World Water Week, and you're really like contributing to innovations and creating a water-wise world. What are why are you doing this, and why it should more tech companies also work more in partnerships like you do?
I was actually thinking about that question when I was on my bike here this morning, and I think there are many reasons for that, of course. But when it really comes down to it, we have one Earth, and we are all living on the same Earth, even if you're an IBM or if you're someone else. So I think we truly want to do what we can do the best, and that is leveraging our expertise within technology to accelerate the things that needs to be done. And it seems to be quite urgent. So we want to do what we can in that. Do our part, basically.
Yeah, and that actually leads to the next question, also linked to this application. The application is out, but you're launching a new version. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and also you're planning on scaling up the application. What are the opportunities for us to be for others to be involved and both to learn from the way you're using artificial intelligence to democratize, but also to spread or to use it? What would you say, Flemming?
Well, I think first of all we tested with a group of farmers, and then our plans is to scale it up, and I think everyone are welcome to use our experience, and I mean the app is free to download, and the nitrate strips are cheap, so everyone can start. I mean, and with their own experience, so it's very easy to get started.
Evelina?
Yeah, so yes, as Flemming says, it's there for everyone to use, but also if people are interested to maybe become a partner, or they have a network that they think would gain from using the app, they're also very welcome to contact us at IBM or Deltares or Segas for that case, and we can see if there are other things we can do together. Because I mean, we of course that's the whole point of this, to enhance the app and to increase the usage and get more people to get value out of it.
And so, where do you see the application being? How do you see it envisioned in 5 to 10 years?
What I hope is that it's used to get more data, because that's our interest, to get information about the water system. That's one thing. The other thing is that we're moving into new fields like nitrogen in soil, salinity, and there may be more that is of interest to water management organizations to get insight in what is happening. And that's one of the things Deltares wants to do. We want to move on to next fields of expertise, and make the knowledge that's available to all organizations.
Yeah. No, and we worked on this project since April 2022. So we have almost 1.5 years, and we have done a lot of development on the app. And we're also experimenting with AI to give more recommendation and suggestion on how to actually act and take action. So I think there will be in the future, a lot of interesting features that will even make it more powerful and bring even more value to the end users.
And beside the application, which we know are all curious and learn a lot more, what other possibilities do you see that IBM and the Sustainability Accelerator could lead to when it comes to solution for a more sustainable future?
I mean, I think we've mentioned AI before, and no doubt AI has a huge impact on the ground. And by leveraging, as Toon mentioning, the data and the predictions, we can give different communities and ordinary people tools to take more sort of decisions based on facts. So I think in all these accelerators we are doing that, and also of course outside the accelerators.
Okay, Thank you so much. Thank all of you for sharing so concrete examples and knowledge. And thank you for all the viewers joining us online. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.